Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review, and we're going proper Euro macro, or macro Euro, whichever way around it is. But apparently this is a good one. So today we're back on the lagers again. We're doing Krombacher Pils. And this is not Pilsener, even though they do a Pilsener, but this is their Pils. And the interesting thing, it says mit Special sway, special sway washer, Gibraltar. Basically, it's made from spring water. That's what they're trying to tell us. Again, the branding is cool. Like I said, they're a macro. Apparently, Germany, it says 60 beers every second are being drunk of this particular beer. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of beer, man. We've got branding on the cap. We have got a neck chief. Excellent. The alcohol in here is 4.8, I think. Yeah, there we go. 4.8 down the bottom. We are following the Reinheitsgebot. Oh no, wait a minute, are we? It says hop extract. Interesting. Okay. So they're putting a bit of extra. I mean, it's still hops, isn't it? And they imported through Purley, Brighton Road, Purley. I've been in Purley. Yeah, not too far away from where I used to live, but never mind. Right, let's crack this bad boy. So, I know I'm always waxing lyrical about the macros, but sometimes, I mean, I love Guinness, and Guinness is like the macro stout, isn't it? Anyway, let us go along here, see what we get. So I've gone back, as you'll notice, to my big tulip glass, which I've given a clean. And look, super clear. Been in the fridge, it's a bit frosted. Let me put the bottle down. Actually, I've got to do a thing, don't I? But anyway, let's get the clarity shot first. Look at that, super clear. Very good. Small head. It's a lager though. In fact, look at the carbonation. It's not hugely carbonated. Weirdly, compared to the beer from the other day, which is reasonably similar, I guess. So there we go. Krombacher Pils. You know, you've been tangoed. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can remember, especially when I go deep. And when I say deep, I mean my old friend from Hounslow, Ball Deep. Similar. I was going to say it's a bit less, bit more hoppy, bit less malty, but yeah, similar. And their big thing is obviously that they make it from spring water. But yeah, Jesus Christ, if you're making that amount of beer, like superb amount of beer to be drunk in Germany, I mean, this is obviously the favourite or one of the favourites in Germany, or at least in part of Germany. That is a huge amount of water that you need. I'm always wondering about these springs, these mountain springs. What do they do when they kind of run out or they take too much? Do they kind of water it down and do half spring water, half normal water? Don't know. Just asking for a friend, you understand. Anyway, cheers and beers, dear viewer. If you're new here, click like. If you're come back 100 times, click like as well. Make sure you click like, it does help me out. Oh, yes, and I was right. This is it's still a lager, but because the water's so clean, you can really kind of taste things. And this time, the hops, the bitterness of the hops is a lot higher. So the IBUs, if you like, the International Bittering Unit, which I have no idea what it is for this particular beer, but what I'm saying is, yeah, it's a lot hoppier in a bitter way. The other beer that I had was maltier. I can't remember what the name was. What's this one? Krombacher. I can't remember what the other one was. Ah, what can you do? Oh, it's interesting actually because a lot of the modern style beers in the UK are kind of sweeter, creamier. Not all, but the modern style ones, the pale ales, and the IPAs and the session IPAs and all the bloody IPAs. Um, but they're all creamier and stuff. IPA used to be a heavily hopped beer. Even when America took it on, it was a heavily hopped beer. And apparently, the big contention is Sierra Nevada cannot be judged in the IPA category, because they're saying it's not an IPA. And Jesus Christ, that was one of the first IPAs that America took over. Because the styles have changed and they've moved the goalposts a bit, and for a choke and fair dues to Sierra Nevada, they keep putting it in, and it doesn't get judged so well, even though it was the original one. So it proves that sometimes judging is a bit silly, and I totally get that. But also, it proves breweries are reasonably stubborn sometimes. Anyway, what I was saying, um, yeah, IPAs, original kind of IPAs, West Coast IPAs, definitely, uh, and things like golden ales, especially. Um, you need to have quite a good level of bitterness in those beers for them to be on style, in my opinion. And that's what we're getting here. We're getting a nice, heavily hopped lager. And I don't mean it's dry hopped. That's not what I mean. What I mean is they put quite a lot of hops in initially. Obviously, it's going to be a noble hop. There's a lot of German growers. Um, oh, pardon me. It is. It didn't look that gassy, but obviously I'm getting a little bit of gas. And this is the first beer I've had today. Um, First of a few, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to get rid of, or not get rid of. That sounds terrible. I'm trying to drink my way through my winter ales, um, because they should be drunk during winter time. I know we're in January, but February's around the corner, and then once you're into March, it's not winter anymore. So, yeah, trying to get through it. I'm still on the first box. I've got 2 boxes of the bad boys, so I'm not reviewing them because I've done a review this year, or this batch, so the 2024 batch. Um, but yeah, lovely, lovely beer. This is good too. For me, for a Pilsner, and I've spoken about this many times. Personally, I like a kind of Bohemian style Pilsner, so sort of a Czech Pilsner. The German ones are a bit more full on. I like a little bit more kind of mellowness and sort of cream. It's more to do with the malting than the hopping, but yeah, this one's got quite a few hops in there. Oh, it's weird when you have continental lagers, and there are some massive ones, some macros around there. Um, it's amazing how different ones taste completely different. And this one is, yeah, totally different to the one I had the other day. Um, but no less of a lager, in my opinion. Really clean, really crisp. You can taste individual things. There's no messing around. Clarity is there. Chill down. The lagering process. Beg your pardon. I've still got this damn cold. It won't. It's holding on to my throat. It won't let go. Yeah, the lagering process, which can take a while to do, for some unknown reason, the modern craft brewers tend to lager and they say, "Oh, we've lagered it for 1 week," and it's like 1 week. Jesus Christ, that's not long enough, dude. And it's a very interesting topic, which I'm not going to go into because we've gone over the 10-minute mark. But what I'm saying is, it takes time. And that's something that unfortunately craft beer does not have, in my opinion. Oh, nice lacing, not obscene amount of lacing, but this is a lager. Nice to see. Of that, yeah, I'm still tasting that. That's crazy. There we go. Krombacher Pils. There we go. Going to zoom in. Trying to see if it actually says Krombacher Private Brewery. I'm trying to see if it actually says where in Germany they're from. Kretzel or Kristall. Kristall. Pardon me. Hopefully that has been entertaining for you. It was nice to drink a lager. I'm not really a lager drinker, but I like to have a lager once in a while just to see if my taste buds are on par, as it were. Hopefully I've entertained you tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying a beer. And don't panic, dear viewer, because I'll be back. I'll be back with another beer review, and that's coming up real soon.